Do you work in the medical field? Perhaps you're a nurse or doctor. Did you know that there are tremendous opportunities for you to become an entrepreneur and start your own thing? I have heard horror stories about working in medical, but did you know you can take that customer service, that forward facing, and start your own business? There are plenty of opportunities in that space. Bo, I know you have a couple of ORAT fans who are in the medical field looking at franchise opportunities. So let's excite other folks in the medical field to potentially look at starting a business. What do you got? What are you hearing?
Well, so if you're in the medical space, let's just say you're a nurse, there's lots of great avenues for you. Usually you're working 312s or 410 as far as shifts. You make pretty good money, but you're just kind of rinse and repeat. You'll probably like what you do. You enjoy helping people, right? I've talked about my mom passing away in June, and I spent a lot of time in the hospital. I got such a deep respect for people in the medical space because I hate being in hospitals. It's just not a place that I feel comfortable. So I do have a lot of medical professionals that reach out, a lot in the ORAT community. So here's some ideas of what's available. So we have several business models. So you have the traditional home care model. That's where you do either non-medical or a combination of medical and non-medical care, and you provide staff, usually CNAs, like certified nurse assistants and aides, that go and help these seniors age in place, right? And that could be a couple hours per day, could be a couple of hours per week, or it could be a full-time thing, depending. And then there's other where it's more like they're doing treatment medical stuff. They're doing more that's if they might have dementia or further along in their life. So those are business models. Those business models, you got to be good because you're staffing, right? You're staffing people. We also have business models where you actually place seniors in assisted living facilities, and you make a fee for placing them in the right residential assisted living or assisted living facilities. That's a different business model, senior placement. That's for somebody that likes, talking to people and is very supportive. But what I really like the best personally, and I feel it's a great alignment in the senior space, is, let's just say daughter, mom lives with daughter and daughter's family, doesn't want mom to stay home alone. Maybe mom has a little bit of dementia, onset dementia. So there's actually a facility. It's brick and mortar, could be 2,500 to 5,000 square feet, and daughter drops mom off, and mom spends the day at this facility with other seniors, doing activities, having fun, and this way daughter is not home or at work worrying about what mom is doing. Because I think ultimately, you have the assisted living, but people want to stay at home longer. Some people are still living in an apartment and they just need that extra. What I like about the business model, it's a membership-based business model. So you got recurring revenue. It's definitely a need out there. There's demand for it. And you're putting these in, pretty affluent markets. The startup costs are fairly reasonable. Your investment range, because you're doing a build out, it's like build out of a location. It's probably in the range between, depending on where you reside, 300,000 to 400,000 with working capital. We're going to finance about 80% of that with an SBA loan.
Nice.
And the business model where you don't need to worry about staffing and a big portion there. So I really like that business model. It's one of my favorite.
That's an interesting one because dementia hit my family. My grandmother had it. It's one of those things that you really just don't know, what's coming next. And I remember we had to finally put her in something like that when she was cooking and left the stove on. And thankfully, someone came by and realized before it was a real big problem. Right. So again, leaving folks at home, a lot of us work, lots of families have to work 2 jobs, right? Husband, wife. But we have to care for the elder generation. And, this is just, to me, it's the opposite of daycare, right? We were very comfortable with daycare, with having our kids go to daycare, after school and all of that. And this is just a way to kind of lower the stress, because I know how stressful it is. You're always thinking about what's going on and fearful of what you may come home to. And obviously, we always hear about seniors that sometimes disappear or wander off. And this is just a way to really, make sure they're enjoying the last years of their life, right? Because they're interacting with others and not home alone. B, de-risk the situation for you as a caregiver, because the hours where you're at work, you don't have to think about, ideally. And, to your point, it's something that's desperately needed. So that's an attractive business model that I didn't even know existed. So what is that? What is it called? Or do you know a name?
The name of the franchise?
Yeah.
Yeah, the name of the franchise is called Daycation. Yeah.
Oh, that's creative. Daycation.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting one. And again, if you're in the medical field, nurse, whatnot, you're probably already interacting with elderly folks a lot, right? That's just how it works in life. So you have that experience, and this is going to be more of quality of life, where if you're a nurse or in the medical industry, you're just trying to, get on to the next one. And that's what I hear from nurses, right? I talked to April Crosley a lot, and she was a nurse and finally got free with real estate, but she tells me all these horror stories. And I think a lot of nurses and practitioners, got into the profession because they wanted to help people, and realized that they're just a cog in a wheel, and they really can't help people, right? It's not what they thought it would be. So you have all this education, all of this human interactions, and this daycation might be the right answer for you. So it's something that I would suggest, if you're in the medical field, reach out to Bo and talk about, because this might be right for you.
Yeah, and even if you're not in the medical field, because you're gonna have one administrator, you're gonna have a staff, right? So this is a business. So for example, I'm working with a candidate right now, and he can keep his nursing career for the immediate future.
Sure.
And then at some point, our objective then is to open a second location eventually, right? We get this one stabilized, profitable. We have 2 years of good tax returns. We go get 100% financing to expand to a second location.
Nice.
Because it's all unit economics. If we have 50 members, right, at X amount of dollars per month, and our expenses are X. And the reason I like this versus home care is because home care is, you're dealing with like 50 CNAs, and that's too much, right? Like that's a harder business, in my opinion, to run. This business, I'm sure it has its challenges. I like it. It's emerging franchise. There's another group that's opening a similar business model, and from my understanding, it's about $1 million to build out. So this, and the unit economics the unit economics on this business seem a lot better. So really, when you're looking at franchising and brick and mortar, you're going, okay, if we get X amount of members, our gross revenue is this, our expenses are this, it's going to put X amount into pocket. Okay, great. Yep. Well, I know I want to, so that's when people would open a second and a third. And then you get empire builders that can then, it's like a cookie cutter thing. It's just like how you scale your rental portfolio. It's the same principles, except you're buying a cash flow business. Well,
then you could get really creative, and you could start doing other, kind of stacking. Instead of just adding more and more units, you could talk about supplements, or, just all the other things that you like. We talk about real estate a lot, right? Painters and air conditioning. But if you're thinking about medical care or elder care, there's a complete category that you could dominate, right? You get 2 or 3 spots, then you could you can layer on top of that, because you already have a install base or client base. You really could see how this could be somebody's true passion. And again, you get to help people, right? You get to care for people at the end of life, which is not really talked about and not done very well today in the medical field, in my opinion.
And also, you could, as you develop this business, maybe there's real estate you can buy with it. You don't have to lease the building.
I would absolutely buy buildings. Be like McDonald's. It's not a hamburger business. It's a real estate business. Yes. Right.
So there's tons of opportunity. So that's just one example. There's other businesses. If you're the other avatar that seems to do really well in franchising and some of the business builder type franchises are medical salespeople. They do really good.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I'm finding a lot of burnt out medical salespeople that are like, look, I want to build something on my own. I make good money, but I'm not building anything. You got to build. It all goes back to the triangle method, right? We got to. Yeah. I actually just was thinking, and I'm throwing this out there. Would you write, if I write the Triangle Method book, would you write the real estate section for it? Like
Absolutely.
that would be a great fit. Anyways, see, and now
Yeah.
I got him. See how
Yeah,
I did
on
that,
video.
guys? I got him to commit on video. That's a sales tactic right there. There you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
thank you though.
I'm in. Yeah, of course. No, I think this is something we're doing because again, I think there's a lot of people in my communities who have careers that they got into because they were in love with what they thought the career was, like medical. And now they're in it. They've been in it for 5 to 7 years and it wasn't cracked up to be. And they're somewhere between struggling and frustrated. This is a way you could say, hey, this is my passion. Let's take all the skills so I don't throw it away. But let's go start something. Let's go build something together. So I like that some people are reaching out saying, hey, what's right for me?
The other thing I'll add in, which I like about this, which the candidate I'm working with pointed out to me, he said it's easy. So when CNAs are doing their training, they need to get like experience. So instead of them having to work in like a emergency room where it's blood and guts, they could work at a place like this. So it's like you're not gonna have the same problems, because hiring these people is a problem from what I understand. But see, now this is where people want to work because you get to work with grandma and grandpa, right? It's a lot more peaceful, and it's a good way to break into your future nursing career. So
I like that.
I didn't think about that early on. And so there's lots of business models out there. I mean, even I've talked to a lot of nurses that say, look, I like what I do. I just need some tax strategy, some tax work. They get into the vending business because that's a good gateway business. So there's something for everybody. There's hundreds of businesses we could show you. Granted, we work with like 20 or 30 the majority of the time, but yeah, just get in the game. Go to onerentalmeeting.com. Yep, I bought a URL for this group right here.
You did. You did. Yeah. All righty, folks. Again, if you're in the medical field or really any field and you want to talk about a plan B or maybe you're frustrated in your job, reach out to Bo, onerentalmeeting.com. Tell him what you do. I promise you there's a franchise or a plan B that you could start. If you're medical field, we talked about it today, but tech sales, product management, there are possibilities. And of course, don't forget, if you are a parent and your kids are coming up, don't forget about vending as a gateway drug, a gateway business for you. Because again, lots of ORAT fans have done that and are winning. Bo, you're amazing. onerentalmeeting.com. Let's go.
Thank you.